Hello everybody, here's with Slightly Slanted Sleuth for the truth. It is September 3rd, 9/3. My number's all over me. But here, I've made a quite significant find, I think. Okay, we're just going to grab this one, take a screenie. I'm going to move this next one. It's already there. Okay, check this out right here. Take a screenshot right there. Okay, this is the symbols of the alchemists, or the Ouroboros, or whatever this thing is called. The snake eating its tail, or dragon snake eating its tail, whatever. I showed you guys already what that is. What Yaldabaoth was, or whatever. And isn't it odd that, 333 is my number, and there it is, cinnabar. And cinnabar is a mineral in which mercury is refined from. Also a red pigment that they used to use back in the day for dyeing things red, or turning things red. Anywho, does anybody raise your hand if anybody knows what planet Mercury, or who was affiliated with Mercury? And think about that. Mercury is where in our solar system? Okay, Mercury is the first after the sun. Now, Mercury is personified or intertwined with Thoth, or Hermes, the one closest to God, the one closest to soul. Okay? Now check this out. Remember I showed you guys in the trapezium open star cluster is the cross with the circle? Look at what Earth is. Hey, Spartan, what Earth is in the alchemy symbolism. It's the circle with the cross in the middle. I had no freaking clue that was the case. I had no idea. None whatsoever. So, when it says the cross and circle combine, that means both. The cross, if you guys follow me here, okay, and then look at, we all know what this symbol is. Right here, everybody thinks it's evil. But that's the Masonic symbol over the Star of David in the middle of the Ouroboros. Now, the Ouroboros is the Milky Way. The eye in the triangle is, I've showed you guys this over and over again. The eye in the triangle is what? Okay? But look at it, it's got that freaking tree of light embedded in it. The symbols. These symbols are symbols of planets. Here, we'll go over here to this next one. 4 is, oh no, not that one. Where's the symbols of the planets? I got them somewhere here. Check that out. I thought this was pretty wild. I don't know why, I just had to do it. Oh, here's another point. This is why the Mayans had these crazy glyphs and these crazy statues and these crazy... Because I see this stuff in the sky, guys. The elementals, I see them. They form this stuff in the sky, in the clouds. Start studying it and you'll start seeing it in the sky. I don't know if it's we manifested or what, but that's just my take on it. Okay, here we go. And then here's the spiral is everything. We all had the spirograph when we were kids, right? Well, here is the... Right here is just like when you take a circle, you bisect it. You get 180. Right? 1 plus 8 is 9. Bisect it again, you get 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. Bisect it again, you get 22.5. And it all adds up to 9 every time you do it. And look at, as you do this, look what happens. The center starts filling out, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until all wham! And what does it look like to you right there? That's a freaking eye, guys. That's the eyeball. So the spiral is the eyeball. The spiral is the connection to everything, because we are that spiral. We are the spin within. The spin within determines your rate, determines who you are, determines your fate. You spin, and you wanna win, but you get there. Too late. Who's all here? Just Spartan? Spartan's on the comments, and that's it. Okay, now here. Now I'm going to go to right here. Nebula. Cloud, from Latin, nebula, mist, exhalation. Figuratively, darkness, obscurity, from Pi root neb. Hey, K-Dog, what up? True freeze, you cut off abruptly for a few minutes. Oh, really? The gremlins are around, huh? Look at this. Reborrowed from Latin 1660s in the sense of cataracts in the eye. Astronomical meaning, cloud-like patch in the night sky. First recorded in 1730. Astronomers realized that some nebula were star clusters, but certain distinctions of relativity, nearby cosmic gas clouds from distant galaxies. Okay, now what is this? An indefinite article before words beginning. Other day it showed on your end no one watching, but quite a few were. Oh, really? Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that. And thank you, Truth Freeze. Yeah, I kind of figured something was up like that, but yeah, I don't know. I was in a pissy mood that day, so I cut it off. Because I didn't want to. Now, isn't this odd, okay? Now, look at this. Unicorn. And spray speaking of one. See one. For the divergence of that word from this. Also see a, of which this is the older, fuller form. Wow. Without indefinite articles, he was a good man in Old English. He was a good man. In Shakespeare, and as a word, introduces a clause stating a condition or comparison conjunction in a reduced form. Now, I'm saying all this because I'm showing you guys what all of these parts of these words are. How, like the Annunaki, okay? Pagan priestess, woman, devoted. You know, this is nun. You know, and I looked all this stuff up. This is what I've been doing all day is looking up words. You know, and trying to figure out. Okay, light means to ignite, and now listen to this. Light is, okay, like you're going to use the light. I'm going to light this fuse. I'm going to light this fire. Or light is something that is propagated or is brought to you. You understand what I mean by that? It is, and it's part of it. And it is a verbiage. I don't know how to explain. But I mean, from the source. Okay, here, I'll just read this. Meaning, furnish light from is from C, 1200, okay? Emit light, shed light, shine. You guys get the point there. And then right here it says to illuminate, to fill with brightness. It is common Germanic, okay, whatever. So to ignite, set on fire. So it's a verb, and it's a. Oh, here's a good one too. Orion. I punch in Anu. I get Orion. How the hell did they know I was looking, you know, for references to that? No. I thought that was pretty odd. Orion. Now, look at it. From Greek, Orion, name of a giant Greek mythology loved by Aurora, slain by Artemis, of unknown origin. Means destroy or blind man. That's pretty good. But Akkadian, Uriana, the light of heaven. Another Greek name for the constellation was Candaon. Candaon? Candaon? I don't know. Dylan. A title of Eris, god of war, and the star pattern is represented in many cultures as a giant. Old Norse, Old Saxon, the true shepherd of Anu. Do you see that? The true shepherd of Anu. Now look. Earth. What is it depicted as? The circle with the cross. Thank you, Shamanic Earth Dragon. I love that name, by the way. I'm going to show you where the dragon is. Earth is the circle with the cross in the center, guys. And I showed you guys what the fire... Okay, pyramid means fire in the middle. Okay? Right? No doubt about that. The dollar bill depicts the eye in the triangle. Right? And I believe the eye to be the fire. Because the eye is light. The eye, I just showed you guys that, the spiral. And, you know, light is energy. Energy is light. Information is energy. Information is light. And the spiral is everything. The spin you're in determines if you win. You know, or determines what you are in this density. And Earth is the same as the frickin' trapezium open star cluster, but inverted. It's the exact inversion. So it's the cross with the circle in the middle. See, we got Earth here with the cross in the middle. Right? And isn't that just like a crosshairs in a... You know, it's kind of weird. But anyway, trapezium open star cluster... shaped like this with a circle in the middle. Now you understand what I'm saying here? The esoteric and the exoteric. Right? Okay. Now we get into this stuff where there's Metatron's cube, the lotus flower, the vibrating seed of life, the man, you know. And why are they called mandalas? Isn't that awfully close to the Mandela? I just thought I'd throw that in there, but whatever. Okay, devil's addictions. See now, fool. Oh, and this is what I wanted to get at. Orion is also referred to in many writings as the fool. Now, in the tarot, the fool is the crown. The fool is the zero. Do you understand? Or do you get me here? And maybe that has something to do with why mirrors invert right to left, but not top to bottom. I don't know. I just thought that. But look at these guys. Look at these symbols I'm showing you. These things are they're gonna unlock things for you that you won't even be aware of. You must bring these into your being. You have to bring these symbols and these concepts into your existence, into your reality, and let them stir for a while. I don't know how else to explain it, but like Robert Stanley said, it's not the tree of life, guys. It's the tree of light. For the light is prevalent in all of our space. For we can see the light. It's our soul. It's our part of our system. It's what shines and brings us our life. It sustains us. It transmutes energy into matter. It literally and figuratively. You get into the esoteric part of it. So I believe that everything is black hole related, okay? We'll call it the black hole, but it's the Anu. And I just showed you the shepherd of you know, the shepherd, the whatever, Orion, that's what it's here. Let me go back here just for reference here. Orion. You punch in Anu in etymology.com. And it comes up, the true shepherd of Anu. Orion, it ends with the true shepherd of Anu. Okay? Earth, cross and circle, circle and cross with this cross in the middle. Trapezium, open star cluster. Here, I'm going to back up. And I'm not, you know, just because I'm crazy like that. I'm crazy like that right here. Here is the trapezium open star cluster. This is what it looks like from, you know, an earthly perspective, an app, of course. But these are the stars that make up the open star cluster. This is a binary, by the way, oddly enough. So that's 1, 2 stars, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And even right now to this day, I don't know why, but NASA says there's only 4 there, but there's 5. Hey, Matt. What's up, buddy? How are you doing, bud? Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, this trapezium is the inverted view, or the exverted view, or what would you call that? The external view? I don't know. But the inverted view of, now listen to me on this, of the Earth symbol, which is that. Now you got it? Now pay attention to this, because the reciprocating precessional hyperboloid, which is Orion, but it's an hourglass. Now, if you're here, this is a good spot to do it. You take, oops, I don't know which one because I recorded it that way. All right, you take the hourglass, right? Forgive my crudeness. Now, the precessional wobble is caused by this dynamo that is at the center of Earth. Okay? That's why it is the cross and the circle, or the circle with the cross in the middle. Because check it out. Yeah, those are crickets in my garage, actually. I am literally in my garage because I got no privacy in my house. There's everybody in every part of my house. It drives me nuts. But, you know, I'm a family man. So clap my hands and be happy. Okay, now, I can't read the comments, guys, when I do this. Because it ends up chopping my delivery up and it messes with my flow. So save your questions for the end, please. No, I'm just kidding. You can comment whenever. No, I love background noise like that. Especially crickets, because it brings me closer to nature, I think. I don't know. What? Okay, where was I at with this? See, now this is what I'm talking about, and it F's up my delivery, and, you know, I got ADD. I'm sorry, guys. But, you know, I think people with what the establishment would call ADD or ADHD or even autism, and even maybe even schizophrenia with the extra voices in their head, I think people like that are more connected or chopped up in the head because they remember, or they got residual of... Okay, now last night I asked a bunch of people in a live chat on... but the live chat goes by so freaking fast when Wayne and Rex are doing a show that you can't read the freaking comment, and it's hard to do. And I know, and I tend to spam the shit out of it just so I can get an answer out of somebody. But last night I said, who here has gotten their appendix removed? And at least 4 or 5 people said, I have. Now, who here in this chat, I see 24, but it's fluctuating back between 24 and 21. Who in this chat have gotten their appendix removed? I'd like to know that. So, register your answers, and I'll go back to that later, okay, guys? Just remind me. Don't let me forget. Now, I showed this right here, the Aurora Boreas, and the Star of David in the middle. Now, I come to find that through Nassim Harriman, who is a plethora of knowledge. The guy is just a godsend when it comes to all of this stuff. He laid the foundation for me to realize that this is the symbol for the plane of inertia, the equilibrium at which we reside. We are in the divine matrix, if you will, okay? This is a symbol of us all. We are incommensurable to it all. You know what I mean? We are part of it, but hold the whole at the same time. That's incommensurability. That's non-point specific, but the whole all at the same time. It's a hard concept to wrap your mind around, but I got that concept from Ken Wheeler, who's a great teacher of magnetism and how magnetism and what magnetism is. He's esoteric, but he doesn't like to let on that he is. Well, he does. I had my appendix removed at 13, guys, and that's when I had a near-death experience that I suppressed for 30 years or so. And as of 3 years ago or so, it came back to me that, hey, wait a minute, I wasn't looking at my guts from that perspective. I thought I woke up on the operating table, but I didn't. I was above myself, and it took me 30-something years to embrace that memory. And here's another backstory to me. I had, up until I was about 6, 7 years old, these unexplainable energy, color, geometry dreams. That's about the best way I can put it, or the best way I can explain it, that were just so overwhelming to me. They caused night terror, or, I was constantly afraid of them. But I believe now that it was the duat, or the ka, the in-between, or maybe the shambhala of our existence, where our true energy, our oversouls exist. And the black hole, or the Anu, the conjugate forces of the yin and the yang, or the north and the south, or the female and the male, or the dark and the light, or, you get what I mean? That is brought together by what? The third force, which is always prevalent. What is that, guys? Huh? I believe that to be the creator. Or the zero, the unimaginable or the unexplainable one. Now, this right here is the Milky Way, and I'm going to prove it right here. I'm going to show you guys Yaldabaoth, okay? I'm going to show you a couple other pictures right quick here. Okay, and I'll show you the eye and the hand, but I've shown you guys that before. Whoa, there goes the disc and the winged disc. And who can tell me why the winged disc is prevalent in our... Oh, here. Right here is a really important symbol right here. Now, this right here, I seen a video on, I think it was Gary Light's channel, and he re-upped it from somewhere else. But that right there is the formula in which to figure out the size of the cold fire... cold flower of light at the center of every planet, of Earth, every planet. Because that's why our planet reacts to the cosmos and the neutrinos or the cosmic rays. And I believe that's why they have CERN where they have CERN, and they have CERN where they have how deep they have it, how big it is, because I believe it to be, it may be some portal generator or something, but I believe it's the magnetosphere proper upper, or, you know, call it the Swiss Army knife. Oddly enough, it's in Switzerland. But why else would every nation on the planet stick trillions or billions into that thing? Ask yourself that. Follow the money. Weigh it. Balance it. Know it. And why is the G always surrounded by this symbol? Because that symbol is everything to us, guys. And oddly enough, it's in the... And not oddly enough, but it's in the triangle, and it's in the middle. Pyramid means what? Fire in the middle. Literally. Pyramid means fire in the middle. There is no God who has become a star without a companion. Shall I be your companion? Look at me. You have seen the forms of the children of their fathers, who know their spell, who are now imperishable stars. May you see the two inhabitants of the palace. This is Horus and Seth. May you bespit the face of Horus and remove his injury. May you catch the testicles of Set and remove his mutilation. That one is born for you. This one is conceived for you. You are born, O Horus, as the one whose name is he before whom the earth quakes. You are conceived, Set, as the one whose name is he who before the sky shakes. Such a one has no mutilation. And it goes on. Re-atum, this unus comes to you. Now, what is re-atum? Thoth, hurry, announce to the gods of the West and their spirits. He comes indeed, this unus. For positive, what do you mean? What did you just say there? Oh no, my sons, name is Set. I meant it for positive. Flying dreams are good, I hear. You know. Okay, I forgot where I was going with this now. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. I gotta disable my chat or something, but I can't do that because I like it. She, the Great One. Now, who said he hated the name Set? Is it Set or Seth? My little guy is named Silas. That's a cool name. Should Unus be bewitched, Etum? Okay, we're gonna go. Right. Oh, here, I'm gonna make a couple other statements about why I believe this and why I think that we are on Nibiru and why I believe that Nibiru is under our feet and that it's us in another either density or, you know, the Annunaki were just us. You know, it's just a clean version of us. That's what Annunaki means, I believe. You know, and I've done a lot of looking into this, guys. And Thoth Thoth and Hermes, Enoch, all of these conceptual beings or entities or whatever you want to call them, they were all one and the same. You know, they're all one and the same. They are all the same. And it's just amazing. Okay, here's proof right here that what I was talking about. Near the center of Orion Nebula, which is 1 million years old upon open cluster, making it one of the youngest star clusters. Okay, and it points out what I just showed you, those stars, okay, in that picture. Oh my God, I'm gonna get frustrated here. Look at it, it got closer. Oh, no way. I swear to you guys, I just did a video on this and it said 1,340 light years away. And remember I showed you, oh yeah, and here's the proof that, you know, Orion Nebula, also known as M42, which is, somebody pointed out to me, who was that, New Life, I think your name is, I'm sorry. But they pointed out to me that in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that 42 was the answer to everything. I don't know, I've never seen the movie, maybe I need to go see it. Orion is noted to have 3 Messier objects till date. They are M42, NGC 1976, and M43, NGC 1982, and the other one, I don't know. And then it tells you about all the stars. Okay, we're going to back up here, whoop, because that's not what I wanted to get into. But that distance thing was kind of wild, because I swear to you, it just said 1340. Oh, okay, this one says 1350. Okay, it's just a different one. Okay, I'm going to go to my app now and show you guys what it looks like, and I'll show you where Yaldabaoth is. Okay, now right here, we're going to go right to this real quick. This is the Ouroboros. Okay, this is the Star David, which is, I believe, Nassim Harriman pointed this out. Well, he didn't point it out. It was when I was watching him and his unification theory and everything is a vortice. Okay, that is the depiction, the equilibrium of a black hole, and we live on the plane of inertia, which is that conjugate spot or the singularity point, but it's not a singularity in the way that our physicists or our scientists would have you think it is. Okay, now here's a hole in space, which is a black hole. But on another side of it, I bet you it's a freaking sun. You know, it is the information sold to the next. The call it a, I don't know, the server, the motherboard, or I don't know. I don't want to call our reality a computer because I don't know if that's necessarily the case. No, I don't want to go to that one. No, I don't want to go to that one. Okay, I'll go. I like it. I like it, I'll go. Okay, here we go. Here we go now. Now you see this right here. You see the pink band that goes all the way around us. All the way around us. Now, this is why I think that we are in a black hole, guys, because of this right here. Everything in our paradigm is a strip, a plane, a belt, a accretion disk, you know, and it's never, when they're talking about transversing the cosmos, now that stuff I don't want to remember. What do you mean? Okay, here's Orion, right? Not this one. You don't want to remember. What do you mean by that, Spartan? You know, I don't necessarily know that that's a theory to me, or I'm... Because they must obey... Yeah, okay, no, thought, yeah, okay, now I'm going back to thought, and I'm going back to Thoth, and I'm going back to, God, here we go. What's so beautiful, this map? Oh, I was going to go to the other app, that's right, I was going to go to the Aladdin Light app. right here. This is what I was going to go do. Watch this. This is wild. Okay. Okay, now I'm going here. And I'm going to search out... Hey, what is the designation number? Can anybody find this out? Maybe one of you guys can look this up for me and find it out while we're on this live stream. Can you look it up and find out what Earth's designation or Bayer number or NGC number or whatever it is? Well, how I could enter it into this search on this app? You know what I mean? Because I can punch in Gaia or Earth and nothing comes up. It's got to be a designation number or coordinates. Okay, now this is the Orion Nebula, and oddly enough, guys, in this light spectrum, what is this one? Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, duh. I forgot all about that. Hi, Steve. Are our Earth in a black hole by your theory? Sorry, maybe I didn't understand. Yes, it's in a black hole, but we're like a, you know what a Russian doll is. Do you know a doll that, you know, the Russian doll, it goes a doll within a doll within a doll within a doll within a doll, and it keeps going down, down, down to the plank. You know, I'm not talking about the Russian doll. I'm just using that as an analogy. And we are the microprosopis of the Earth. Because the Earth, we are more or less of the same. You know, we are part of it, but we are the whole too. We are merely planets revolving around our central sun. Okay? Now, the Anu is what makes this all possible. In the diamagnetic field, the force at which combines the dielectric and the magnetic, the force in motion and the coherence or I don't know how else to explain it. Check this out now. I'm going to get to what's in the picture here in a minute. The reciprocating precessional hyperboloid. Now the wobble of the Earth and the precession is caused, you take a stick, you wobble it. It's going to go this way and this way. Right? It's going to cause a vibration back and forth. Okay? That's the wobble, and then you make them a circle, right? Okay, you add to that spin, and what do you got? And you turn it in, and it's a magnetic dynamo, and what do you do? You end up with this reciprocating precessional hyperboloid, which is the tetrax or whatever it is, you know, that child slinky toy or whatever, and it's the atom. It's the infinity symbol. That's even a better way to explain it. It's the infinity symbol. The magnetosphere. You know, the magnetosphere. That's what the magnetosphere is. That's how it's formed, is from the dynamo that is the heart, the cold flower of light at the center of our planet. That's why how crystals, I believe, are formed. You know, and that's how the Van Allen belt is formed by the residual of the energy that is the energy of the dynamo. You know what I mean? It's the onion layer that is above the other onion layer, you know. But I mean, it's not the onion layer, but it's the residual of. Okay, so we got the infinity symbol, which is the vortex math and all that, the matter part. I believe we are at that crossing. It's right now. It's happening right now as we speak. And it may take, I don't know how long it'll take. You know, I think it's the transition point. I don't think it's a necessarily an evil one or a benevolent one. I believe it's something that just takes place. It's a cycle within a cycle. The Ezekiel's wheel. The you know, the great circles across the sky, as Thoth would say. You know, and it doesn't matter to us. Right now we're in this density. This density has got us right now, but the purge will happen. You know, I mean, the negative will be, but I mean, without the negative, there is no positive, guys. So that is the conundrum we face. I am very attracted by spirals. Yeah. And you want to know something? What surrounds Orion, guys? So this is Orion's belt. This is his feet, and this is his arms. oddly enough, it forms the reciprocating processional hyperboloid thing I just showed you. You know? Isn't that just odd? Or is that a coincidence? Or maybe is that synchronicity from the divine effulgence that is all? What is it surrounded by? And where does it start at? Right there. The Fibonacci spiral, folks. Huh? What do you think of that? What is that? Show me that again. Roll that beautiful maiden footage. Okay, this is Orion's Nebula. Hey, your English is my Spanish or French, so you know I'm not fretting on anybody's dialect, or because I have an archaic way of speaking and writing and explaining. So anybody that can keep up with my lashed and convoluted articulation, I give you props. So I will never judge anybody on their English whatsoever. Okay, here we go. Orion's Nebula, trapezium open star cluster, surrounded by everything in our creation is created via spin, spiral. Right? Okay, now we're going to go smaller, go down, 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 where the flames are getting higher, and then we're going to go to a different... Oh, and I'm going to show you this real quick. Well, this is Pan Stars. I don't know if this is the one. No, that's not the one. Here, we're going to go to a different one. This one? No. This one? No, that's the Fermi. We're not going to go to Fermi. We're going to go to Pan Stars. No, not that one. Not that one. This one? No, not that one. This one? Maybe. I don't think so. Now, these are just different light spectrums in different positions, you know. These things, these telescopes... Whoa, what's that? I never seen that before. Whoa, that's one bright freaking star. Probably a galaxy off in the distance. Now, did anybody look up what Earth designation number is? Or Bayer number is, so I can look it up on this? Please do that. Somebody. Please, please, please. I'll give everybody a big emoji hug if you'll do it for me. This is the one I wanted to show you guys. Now watch this. We can go like this. Punch in M42. Go, 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 gadget. Starfinder. Okay, close that out. Close that out. Now watch this. We're going to go down, down, down where the flames are getting higher. You see this rectangle right here? Now look at this. This is the fabric that makes up space and time, I guess. You know, and I don't know whether or not to believe that shit, but, or stuff. Sorry for my swearing. You give the biggest amount. I know you do, Fiery. I know you do. But, now here, we're going to go to a different bandwidth, light spectrum. Come on, you SOB. And I forgive, please forgive me, guys, for doing this on my phone again, because, you know, I have a computer, but I don't have all my images. Oh, this is, yeah, this is the ThinkBiner image of it. This is the same place, different light spectrum. Look at the difference. Now, here's where you get your wing disc from, right here. Isn't it odd that the brightest spots are a freaking soldier and a rabbit in a rabbit hole? You know what I mean? But look at the face in the middle of that thing. Now, did anybody else in my latest video where I had, it has UFOs and it has imagery of the Anu, did anybody else pick out anything other than what I pointed out in that, what was it, right around 240 mark, 250 mark, or 40-second mark? Yeah, 40-second to 45-second mark. So right near the beginning of the video when I'm showing, I think I was showing a spaceship or a mothership, I called it. This is driving me crazy. Right here, is this it? Grand solar minimum? I think it's a bunch of rubbish is what I think it is. I think it's a bunch of rubbish. I think it's just another thing to freaking add to the confusion. That's what I think it is. Because it says to you, grand solar minimum. What does it say to you in your mind when you hear that word? What does that say to you for real? It says to you that, it's minute. Nothing's going to happen. Or, it's no big deal. Okay, guys. You want to know what the Ouroboros is? Here's Yaldabaoth right here. I've showed you this before. Right here. This is the snake eating its tail. And oddly enough, there's a thin part. There's a thick part where there's a snake. And it oddly enough looks like a mouth going around a tail. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Get the hell out. Oh, you SOB. Sorry, guys. I do get frustrated often. But, whatever. I'll get over it. I hope you do too. Bayer. That's the Bayer number, I believe. Here, let me see. Your Wi-Fi? Okay, now here's the snake's head right here, eating its tail. Hey, sister, from another mister. How are you tonight? I'm glad you could join me on a live stream. Okay, now this is the Ouroboros, right? Yaldabaoth. Right here. There's Yaldabaoth. MIA. College. Oh, that's right. What, did you bring him there? The Mad Hatter. I love that avatar name. Oh, you did move him there? How far away from you is he? Okay, that's what the Ouroboros is, guys, right? Okay, and at the center of that, I showed you what that symbolism. We're going to go back to it here. We're going to go back to it right here, and it's going to be everything will be all right. Here it goes. Okay, now, so to answer your question about 2 and 8 bit hours, that's not too bad. This right here is the symbol of the Milky Way, period, to me. It tells you, because look, it shows you all of the freaking symbols for all the planets, and the moon, and the sun, right? Tells you that it's a black hole, all in one and all. Right? Shows you the crown, which is that, and shows our central sun, which is in Orion, which is the fire in the middle. That's what the eye in the triangle means, is the fire in the middle, because the fire is within us all. And it's our... Oh, it went excellent with Wayne. I had a very good show with Wayne, and I gained a lot of new friends here that are on our same wavelength. And they're, they're coming into my reality, and I'm going into their reality, and everything is good. But this is what I just showed you. The Ouroboros is the Milky Way. And the moon or the sun, or the earth, is the alchemic. Thank you. Who are you? One of the new ones? The Mad Hatter. I'm silly but serious. I'm one of the Mike Galante. Nice to meet you, brother. When I met Michelle, whom I have grown to love and cherish on the YouTube plane, I called Michelle Michael. So I'm glad your name is Mike, unless you are a female Mike. But because I was calling Michelle a guy. Was I not, Michelle? So I apologize for that. But you see all of these symbols are in that one depiction. You see all these symbols right here? The 5, the 4, the 3, all of those are the planets. The Sephrith, or the Symphony of the Spheres. And you see the Earth right there, in the corner, up in the upper right corner of the paper. Right here. That's the inverted symbol of the cross in the circle in the trapezium. This is what I've learned today, Michelle. This is my new epiphany for today. Is, you know, and that's what I'd like to do, is set a goal for every day to have one of these epiphanies, because it's fun. You make finding fun. Hi, Regina. You make searching, you make truth seeking fun, and then you want to do it more, right? So all of those symbols are all in one, all inclusive, in one and all in one. Just like, you know, just like every esoteric thing out there. Now, so we know this to be the Milky Way. This is the symbol for the Milky Way. All together shows our solar system, shows our central sun, which is in Orion, shows the black hole, that everything is a black hole, and we are all part of that black hole. We have a black hole in us. Our heart beats in a vertical motion, sustained by the akasa that is carried by the light of the sun. And the akasa is also the akashic, so it has the information of the whole all in the light. So this is maybe why they're chemtrailing, right? They're blocking the information, or they're blocking the sun. Now, you can call it what you will. Maybe it is radiation that is killing us, because you look at the Sumerian kings list, and I'm going to look this up right now while I'm on live stream with you guys. And, you know, I'm such a hack, I didn't do it before. I should have did it before, but I didn't think of it till now. And so I'm going to do it now. We're going to go here, and we're going to go here, we're going to go here, and we're going to go here, and we're going to go... what am I looking for? What am I looking for? What am I looking for, guys? What was I going to go here for? We're going to search out spiral rock paintings, okay? But that's not what I wanted to look at. I wanted to search out. What did I want to search out? What was I looking for? And what? Yeah, why is everything called a mandala? And we're worried about the Mandela effect. What was I going to search out, guys? It was something pretty profound, and I forgot, man. I'm such a freaking space case. Not the Goonies. I looked that up earlier. ELE dreamed the other night a comet, probably because I watched Igor. Yeah, probably because you watched Igor's channel. He's Comet Central. I know that. But, hey. Okay. Oh, this is what I was going to... No, wait. I forget. Oh, Yaldabaoth. Yeah, here. We're going to look that up. Just so I can show you the picture. I hate being so scattered sometimes. It drives me nuts. Demiurge. The Middle Platonic. The Neoplatonic schools of philosophy. Your spirals are more complicated? You must be a woman. I saw a perfect cross on that mothership thingy. Yeah, I seen that after you pointed it out. Thank you very much. Okay, with the material world. You see this, guys? Watch this. This is the demiurge. The Gnostics adopted the term demiurge, although a fashioner, the demiurge is not necessarily the same as the creator figure in the monotheistic sense, because the demiurge itself and the material from which the demiurge fashions the universe are both considered to be consequences of something else. Depending on the system, they may be considered to be either uncreated and eternal, or the product of some other entity. Now, this gets you into the demiurge thing, which Carlotta, you talking to me? Oh, yeah, I remember you. Why have I lost a follower? Why? What's up? Because I'm reading this stuff? I don't care. Whatever. I'm just sharing my freaking I'm sharing my reality, and if you can't handle it, you can get out of here. I don't care. Whatever. To each their own. If you don't want to follow, See ya. It's on you, and you alone, who makes your decisions. Okay, now, so what about a Messier number then? Because, so if you can't see it from Earth, there's no designation for it, is what you're saying? Does anybody know the Hey, what's up, sweetheart? Hi, Cindy. Yeah, I was about to go snapping on that guy, but whatever, I don't care. Teach your own, they have the right, I guess. They have the right to kick it. They have the right to kick it or get with it. I don't care. Yeah, that's because on that app I would really love to. Oh yeah, is that what I was gonna search out? What was I gonna search out, man? Yaldabaoth, okay. Yaldabaoth, Wiktionary. Who'd you give a high five to? The lesser aeons try to emanate without her counterpart, Christ. I don't understand either, but I mean, I think it was because he's stuck in his religious dogmatic box. I don't know. I have no idea. You know, people when they get wrapped up in their, or maybe it's because I'm so freaking all over the place. I don't know. Are angels archons? I would know what I was gonna do. Okay, I got to get back on track here. Where are we at? Where am I? Oh, I'm on planet Earth, and I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. I hope he comes back, and I hope he opens his mind to other possibilities. And I'm not saying hey, I'm not shoving the truth down anybody's throat. And you know, my truth may be way off center from your truth, but okay, I'll stop. Okay, what was I doing? Get a bong. Yep, to each their own. That is true, Michelle. Yes, and I might take a break here in a couple seconds because I think it's close to 4:20. Oh, it's only 10 o'clock. Okay, what was I going to do? Yes, we are all trying to just understand. Oh, I was going to get into this whole Nibiru is under our feet business. Okay, yeah, and that's really what I want to prove in this podcast here. This is what I want to get down to the brass tacks of, because it is so profound to understand that, hey, that they are us and we are them, and it's all intertwined. It's the worlds within worlds. It's the densities. It explains the world within, like I just said, the world within the worlds. The black hole, the Annunaki, and I always had this feeling when I heard that word, the Annunaki, I instantly likened them or Thoth as one of them. You know, they have all these deities or lowercase g's of ancient times. And doesn't that sound exactly like us, how they were fighting amongst themselves and how they were stealing each other's girlfriends, or, you know, other than they were having sex with their own family so they could keep their bloodline pure. But I believe Annunaki means clean. The clean ones. Ricky. Ricky. Hi, Ricky. The Sephirotic tree is sometimes depicted as a human body, thus more definitely establishing the true identity of the first or heavenly man, Adam Kadmon. The idea of the universe, the 10 divine globes, the Sephiroth, the Protogonos, considered as analogous to the 10 sacred members of the organs of the Protogonos. The prototypic head, perhaps the pineal gland. The Shakma and Abina are the right and left hemispheres. The shepherd of the Anu. Okay, this is all old material. I'm going to get over to... what was I going to go to? I was going to go search... Come on, guys. Tell me what I was going to search. Yeah, see this guy right here, Ken Wheeler, he's a camera guy. You know, he does camera videos, one right after another. A few weeks away, and we've already been told. But he's the go-to guy on. Researchers now claim giant DNA has been found and is being used to create a superhuman race. Not much you can scare me with anymore, or the world. Yeah, I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't gonna be scared. I ain't a skirt. I ain't gonna be a skirt. No, because you know that it sounds cliche-ish, but fear is the fetter that will hold you in this fear. You know, and it's kind of funny how sphere sounds like fear. But it'll hold us and bind us, chain us to this world, to this existence, this plane. And, you know, the plane of inertia is, you know Ken Wheeler's work, right? My Shell? Hey, Eric, what's up? I'm glad you're here. Okay, now... okay, I gotta gather my thoughts here. I got a headache and I got too many things going through my head, and Nam Yum Yo Renge Kyo. Yeah, Ken Wheeler's pretty freaking solid when it comes to the magnetism, the reciprocating precessional hyperboloid. That is the hourglass. That's what I was gonna do. Thank you. Nam Yum Yo Renge Kyo. That is this right here, guys. Watch. We're going to go back here. I'm sorry for skipping around. I got out of town. Or I already showed this, didn't I? So the reciprocating precessional hyperboloid is this. The hourglass symbol, right? Which is the inverted view of the... Oh, this is what I was going to do. It's the inverted view of the toroidal field. Right? So we're on the inside looking out. So we're residing on this plane of inertia right here. Because we got this force going down, right? Because you take the Earth, you got the equator, right? You pull your plug up here to drain your water, it goes this way. You pull your plug down here, it goes this way. You pull your plug right here, and it goes whoosh, no spin at all. That right there to me proves. That to me proves that at the center of our planet, because how else could it work that way? Because the planet's said to be spinning at 1,000 miles an hour like this. One direction. Right? How can it, in the southern hemisphere, do you think that something will happen soon in our skies and chemtrails no more able... I don't necessarily know if chemtrails are just hiding things. I think chemtrails are actually... Now think about this. Think about this, guys. The Annunaki Sitchin story. This is how I believe it to be. The Annunaki Sitchin story. Sitchin was right. There was a... Why do we get dizzy? Or why don't we get dizzy? Yes, I believe they're hiding the light. The chemtrails are definitely doing that because there's certain days where, you know, you can feel that the sun's not that heavy on you. It's not that hot on you, but then they'll still chemtrail. Like yesterday, there was no chemtrails and the sun wasn't that hot. And, I mean, there was super soup up there yesterday. I mean, it was insane. And I got video I showed you guys. And I believe, look at, right now my live stream is saying there's 0 people here. Can you guys still hear me? And I hope you stick with me because, you know, if not, I'm going to re-up my video, or, you know, I'm going to redo my live stream. But it says I'm live. It's still counting down. I've been doing it for an hour now. Holy cow. But the chemtrails, back when the Anunnaki were here, you look at their king. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Wow. God, I got way off track. Such a space case in the race. Such a space case in the race. Kings list pre Pharaonic era. Oh, great. What, did I lose my freaking internet connection now? Mesopotamia. Ancient Kings list. Following the extent ancient contains Sumerian, including copies K, Kish tablet. We'll go with I guess we'll go with this one. See what it says. Oh, the list blends prehistorical, presumably mythical, pre-dynastic rules. Okay, here we'll go to the pre-dynastic history of Sumer. Ubaid, is that what they are? Eridu, Enki, Adapa, Uruk. What is this? Dates of approximate, consult particular article. Nasser period, earliest city-states, Eridu, Enuma Elish, sons of Inanna. We're not talking about it, we're talking before them. We're talking way before them. We're talking way, way before them. We're talking... Where did it go? Second dynasty, no. Kugba and Kurgo. Oh, where is it? Urkashuggle. Because I've been trying to figure out what Urkashuggle was. Because I read it in the 25th century BC. It was way before that, though. Okay, we're going to go to We're going to go to early. I think I'm looking in the wrong spot. Earliest Kings list. Let's see what happens. Zulu kings, including chieftains. What the hell? Why is everything going to be coming up Mandela for me today? Malandela. I don't want the Assyrian kings, is that it? No. Abydos, no. Ptolemaic canon. Conspiracy becoming a great formidable power, and I fear in my conscience that kings and people will have much to suffer from it unless foresight and prudence. You hear this? Conspiracy becoming a great and formidable power. That's bullshit. That's bad. Now, it says I have 0 people here. I'm hoping I'm not talking to myself. Isn't that odd? How shit gets cut off. How Wikipedia gets freaking taken over by the freaking Dungeness. Look at it. It's not going. They're not going to show us any of it. It's bullshit. Because there was a King's List that showed. Now my point is, I'm just going to continue on with this. Whatever. If it's not live streaming, it's recording. Play it. So, what's going on, guys? Yep, I'm never going to Wikipedia again. I'm sick of it. Sick of the freaking... I mean, it's just bad when you can't trust anything anymore. I mean, anything you come across, you can't trust a damn thing anymore. And it's sickening. It's just sickening. Okay, now what I'm getting at here is the King's List, okay, that shows that Anu, he ruled on Earth for 45,000 or 400,000, whatever the case may be. It was longer than any freaking, any human lived ever. Right? Okay? Well, as the king... But you look at that King's List, and as that list went on... I'm sorry, buddy's asking me if I want to go fishing. Well, hey, I might have to end this live stream because I think I'm going fishing. But, that King's List, as you go on, the kings progressively live shorter lives or rule for a shorter point of time. Is this it? $30,000. See? The Sumerian list assigns an average reign duration of 30,150 years, with a total duration of a period of 241,200 years, 85,075 years for their full lives. It also lacks the detailed information of Genesis and its moral and spiritual emphasis. Nevertheless, Walton has pointed out that the antediluvian portion of the King list does not include the Sumerian first man nor the flood hero. If Adam and Noah are dropped from the biblical list, the number of people in the two lists is then the same, 8. Walton has also noticed that the total of the durations of the kingdoms and the total of the ages of the patriarchs are numerically related and are equivalent if the number base of the Sumerian list is changed from sexagesimal to decimal. This is an important result and would imply that the two records relate to the same events in the early history of mankind. If so, then... If so, then finding numerically related elements of the biblical account in Sumerian king list would open up important avenues of research into relationship of biblical and Mesopotamian chronicles. This paper carefully and thoroughly examines the numerical relationships. Okay, I just wanted to see the... Oh, so they're saying that those numbers were made up. Alright guys, I'm gonna go fishing. So, I don't know who's all here. And I'm sorry if, and it seems like every time I get to the... I'm still gonna finish this, I don't care. Okay. Hourglass symbol. Reciprocating processional hyperboloid is the same as the toroidal. Okay? The toroidal field, which is everything. What brings matter into existence is the transmutation of energy into matter, or light into matter, which is the black hole, which is at center of everything. The eye in the triangle is the fire in the middle, the knowledge within. And it's esoteric and it's exoteric, all in the same manner. You look inward, you'll see outward. Manifestation of what you... That's the Ein Sof, the reality projector that I'm talking about in Orion. The M42 hit somebody eloquently pointed out to me earlier that the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy says that 42 is the answer to everything, the universe, everything. And I found that it's weird because I heard that very same thing yesterday from Wayne Steiger about the 42. I don't know what 42 is, but he was on Rex Bear's show, or Rex was on his show. And that was an excellent podcast because they get into the same stuff I like to talk about. And I don't care if we're living on a freaking flat plane, a globe, a pickle jar, we could be living on the back of a freaking gnat. I don't give a shit because we're all in it together. And that's what matters. The origin of the Jewish image may perhaps be traced to Hermes, the Pymander, the Egyptian Logos, who appears within a cloud of human nature with a smoke escaping from it. In the solar, the highest god is, as we are shown in the preceding chapter, in this case, pure abstraction, who's nothing but light. The three heads, or these described as exaltation of smoke. Oh, and to add another aspect to the whole thing, the harsh stone creation myth in the Mayan culture, the high altar at the Church of the Jesu, the red dragon, and scripture from the Bible, the triumph in the name of Jesus, painting in some church somewhere. And what's this one talk about? Could therefore be the Ben stone and its derivatives, the pyramid and the pyramidion, be regarded as star symbols. Yes. Oh, remember in the rock glyphs all of the birds that they showed. And I think but I mean everything. Jacob's ladder is the same, one and the same. Is the symphony of the Sephrith. Okay, I showed you the symbolism for what our reality is, which is the Milky Way. We live on the plane of inertia. And then I was getting into the King's List, which is, whatever. As you look through the King's List, you see a procession or a progression of the lifespans getting lesser and lesser and lesser. Straight through Moses' days, the Ark of the Covenant was a magnetic implosion generator. But the Annunaki are us, guys. The Annunaki are still here. I believe they're in the South Pole. That's my gut feeling anyway. Why else would Admiral Byrd come up with that spectacular story where he was his plane was taken over? The symbolic attitude of ancient knowledge cultivated the intellect to the extent of perceiving all of the phenomena of nature itself as a symbolic writing, revealing the forces and laws governing the energies and even spiritual aspects of our universe. Now, that explains the elementals. Right there, the clouds. The symbolic attitude of ancient knowledge cultivated the intellect to the extent of perceiving all of the phenomena of nature itself as a symbolic writing, revealing the forces and laws governing the energetic and even spiritual aspects of our universe. Modern science, particularly subatomic physics, the particle bumpers, has, as Schwaller-Delubich points out, expanded its knowledge of matter to the point where nature must be considered super-rational, as being beyond the limits of rational methods and formula. These new discoveries and ideas, he emphasizes, demand a new, as of yet unfound vocabulary. And that is the conundrum we are in. The Tower of Babel was created to create the broken word. The broken word was created to confuse. Thus, the representations, the symbol, is our only true means of transmitting an esoteric meaning which, in alphabetic writing, we have to seek in parable, or possibly metaphor or allegory. The Chinese mentality is characteristic of this transcribed symbolic mentality. The idea is circumscribed but not named. Something of this mentality which we encounter in the Egyptian of the pharaohs has remained among the peoples of the Middle East. The indirect question and answer. Symbolic representation and imagistic writing are the pure heretic forms of esoteric expression. Through symbolism and through it alone can we read the thought of the ancients. It is only through the symbolical that we will be able to coordinate the known elements of this great civilization, and that the writing may take on its true meaning. It's kind of weird that I just came across. That's weird. We express ourselves in a conventional language, and the dictionary defines and limits the meaning of each word. Therefore, we can understand nothing beyond what the dictionary knows. We write with conventional alphabetic signs, in themselves express only sounds. Thus, our alphabet is merely a mechanical means for composing the words in the dictionary and transmitting the thoughts they encompass. It may be said that the combinations of these letters are almost infinite true, but the number of words is limited by notions already acquired. Thought can also examine, observe phenomena, and seek the causes. Certainly it can, but as soon as it approaches the metaphysical, it can no longer find in our languages and forms of writing the means by expressing itself. Abstract ideas formulated in the words from which we lack the concepts are objectified and lose their significance. A black hole in Orion. Black old sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? In my eyes, I feel the pain. It wash away. I don't know the rest of the song. I'm sounding stupid. But this is the creation of Adam painting. Yes, it is. Now, in this painting is encoded the brain, human brain, red profile. Also the Orion Nebula. A couple of little details in there. Also the ventricles of the heart, which is quite insane. Now, Michelangelo did not know he was painting it, I believe. I believe he thought it to be his divine inspiration or inspiration or his mental picture of it was his. I don't think he was I don't think he thought he was downloaded upon or had a download injected into him or nothing. That was a weird experience. I won't even get into that just because I don't want to compromise the guy's identity. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, I was explaining how I think we are on Nibiru. Okay, so Sitchin. The chemtrails of today are Sitchin's Annunaki nano gold atmospheric band-aid of yesterday. If you catch my drift. This probably has happened every time we get to this point, which is probably about every 26,000 years in my approximation. Maybe that's what the Great Year is about. Maybe that's what the Baktun, the Great Reset, the New Earth, the Old Earth, the Red, the Blue, Kachina, the whole Hopi prophecy thing. Maybe that's because we're moving into this dense energy or this material cosmic ray kitchen that washes the earth or purges or you know, if you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. I found that pretty cool. But mainly, look at these elongated skulls are everywhere. Ancient Egypt, ancient Peru. Isn't it odd that death is the cross? Harmony is the 3. Motion is pretty much the swastika. Weird. Those are Orlanthi runes. Symbol of the Vamic quartz. Cross of the woman. Oh, look at that. It's just like the freaking cross of the earth. But guys, take these symbols in because within these symbols is the knowledge of old. That's what that article I just read to you guys is. I wish I could see if you guys were still here. But I think you are, otherwise, you know, I'd be getting all kinds of notes or something. Or emails. Hey, Angel, email me. Tell me what's going on with the live stream. Somebody call me or something, please. Cindy, are you there? Is there anybody out there? Somebody give me a heads up. Send me an email or something. What did you guys think this was? Come zooming past the camera. Anybody? Anybody have any ideas what that is? But the Annunaki, they sprayed gold back then because that's all they had. That's all they could come up with was gold because they had no industrial or manufacturing or whatever. They did have flag machines. One of those machines were, I don't know, magnetic in nature. I have no idea. But the spirals are all over our planet, guys. They're everywhere. Look at, I just showed you. Right here is where the old equator used to be, I believe. I have forest. What was I getting at here now? I don't know, but I'm going fishing. Nobody wants to get back to me. This I now believe to be the symbol of everything to us. Right here. This is the Milky Way. And I just came to this conclusion right here in this live stream. This is the Milky Way. The Ouroboros is the Milky Way. This is the black hole, so it's stating there's a black hole at the center of the Milky Way, which is a black hole that encompasses the Milky Way because, whatever. We live on a plane of inertia, that's why the asteroid belt, everything is a belt to us. This is our central sun, which is an Orion. These are the planets, or the chakra, or the Sephiroth, or the Kether Malkuth, you know, all the way to the crown, whatever. This is a depiction of the Milky Way, okay? Earth is the inverted. Earth is the inverted view of the esoteric, or is the exoteric view of the esoteric trapezium, which is the trapezium is the cross with the circle in the center. Earth is the circle with the cross in the center. Oh, and Cinnabon, or Cinnabar. Cinnabar is how they used to refine, or that's how they get, where they get mercury from. It's mercury sulfide, and they combine it with something, and it turns to mercury. But anyway, 333 is the symbol for it. What is Mercury metaphysically? Mercury is the one next to God. The one after the zero. Alright guys, I gotta go fishing, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Much love, peace, and chicken grease.